Hey Gemini, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so take what works, leave what doesn't. If I don't catch your storyline or wavelength on this reading, check your other major placements, or just don't worry about it. Maybe it'll catch your wavelength next week or weekend, whenever I do this. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button, as it helps other people find my channel, and it also gives me a little thrill. And let's see, we're starting off with the oracle decks of Moonology and Work Your Light, and then we'll move on to the Tarot Mystical Moments for a more traditional spread. All right, Gemini. Whoa, okay. Oh my gosh. Do you have a yes or no question in mind? Now would be a good time to sort of formulate that while we make it to that. It's one of my favorite cards. So maybe it doesn't matter, but if you did have one, write it down, formulate it right now. Emotions are running high, supermoon. You know how you feel. Did you get this last week? There's no secrets here. You know exactly how you feel. Your feelings are very obvious, very upfront. You might be hiding them from others, but you're certainly not able to hide them from yourselves. You know how you feel. It's clear. It's obvious. Emotions are running high. So you could be feeling very emotional right now. Whatever it is, it's intense and it's real and it's here and it's obvious to you. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Well, apparently an abundance of confidence is your key to success. So this new moon in Leo, beginning something really strong begin it with really strong energy. Begin it with power, with confidence. Knowing that you can accomplish something changes the dynamic, changes the way you approach that thing. So you're approaching something, but you need to do it with a sense of, I can do this. I will be successful. And it changes the whole dynamic. It changes how hard you work for something. For most people, we're going to work harder if we know that we can be successful. If we know that that hard work will pay off, we'll work harder. We'll be more focused. We'll bring more positivity to the situation. Don't be shy. Don't hide how you're feeling. Don't hide how you're feeling. So we were talking about maybe hiding how your emotions are very obvious to you, but don't hide it. And then we have yes. And in the book, when you read this entry in the little book that goes with this deck, the Work Your Light deck, it's 2 pages of the word yes, which reminds me of some doodles I did in high school, except that was with the F word and not the yes word. So, but this is the yes. Yes. So, yes, an enthusiastic yes from the universe. I mean, this has got to be the biggest, brightest, most enthusiastic trio of cards I could ever imagine. Right? A resounding yes. Emotions are running high. Don't be shy about them. Yes. Woof. That is powerful reading already. I feel like we're done. We got the message. Now we're gonna, okay, we've got another, we've got an overall, because this one popped out. An overall energy for the reading, more intuitive vibe here. We've got juggling, teetering, balancing some things, needing to juggle some things. But with all these other cards here, yes, you can do this. Yes, you can handle all of this. Yes, you can juggle these things. Yes, you can. I mean, this reminds me of walking a tightrope without a net kind of thing. I'm remembering that they made it into a children's book. The guy in New York City who walked a tightrope across the city. So anyway, about balance, juggling things, you can do this. You've totally got this. You absolutely can do this. It's going to be a lot. It might look a little precarious, but you know what you're doing. You may not feel like you know what you're doing, but you probably know what you're doing more than you feel like you do. So Gemini, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? Your environment, to-do list, possible outcome. Oh, interesting cards here. For the overall energy, I mean, so far this week I've gotten very few major arcana. You've got some major arcana here, which goes with this super moon thing. Things are feeling pretty big right now, pretty big, pretty monumental here. And you've got your major arcana are Justice, the Hanged Man, and the Lovers. Choices, decisions, integrity, and possibility of not moving very fast, but being a little things getting a little stuck for a little bit, but that's a good opportunity. It creates an opportunity. So in your recent past, you have 9 of Swords here. Swords are communication, ideas, clear ideas, being communicated very clearly, being able to cut through the fog. The Swords are brave. The Swords are bold. The Swords move quickly. So there might have been some very quick moving communication, very precise, very clear, clarifying communication. Not only was the communication clear, but it probably cleared up some things for you that you maybe were a little foggy on. The Knight of Swords comes in like a gust of wind, clears things out, opens things up. Very, very strong energy coming through here with some ideas. The Knights are about communication and about movement. So something moved very fast. In your recent past, it was either communication or you actually moving very quickly towards a goal or something that you wanted, or through life. But it came in really fast, almost like a bolt of lightning here. Either insight, epiphany, being communicated, or communication or something like that. In your current situation, you have Ace of Swords. There's a lot of swords here. Well, not a lot, but there's some swords here. Some pokey, precise energy, some precise thinking, some it's a little pokey. Like, not pokey like the pokey little puppy, but pokey like pokey. Ace of Swords here. So there was some communication that cleared something up, and then it started a whole idea process, a whole concept, really starting to understand something. The Ace, of course, is at the beginning, the intention, the crown chakra, this idea, epiphany. So the Knight of Swords was communicating an epiphany, and right now it's starting to understand something, starting to clear up something, starting to grow and learn, and something's been unlocked here. There's been a bit of an epiphany. These two cards, what's interesting is they're pretty similar. This one's about communication and this one's about realization, understanding, that initial epiphany. I keep saying epiphany. There's something here that is being understood finally, being clarified, being clear to you and being understood and seeing it clearly. And I want to say, like, confidence is your key to success. I want to say that there is something, be confident that you are seeing something clearly, that you are understanding this situation, you are understanding this communication or this thing very clearly. So a communication come in, and now it's begun like a whole cycle, a whole situation. And you're just at the beginning of learning about something or communicating about something, and you're just starting to integrate that and starting to understand and see where this is all going. Sometimes when I get really intense news, I get this flash of, I can see exactly how this is going to play out over like the next 6 months, over the rest of my life, over the years, like different crucial points about the thing. And then it kind of goes back, and then I'm in it. You know, I get this flash of insight, and maybe other people do too. That's why I'm talking about it. Maybe you do too, getting this, and I see this with this Ace of Swords, getting this flash of insight about where this is all going right before you sort of drop into the journey and the whatever this is instigating, whatever this is starting. You've got 3 cards here about starting something being begun. So, you know, if we want to talk about a pinball machine, which has been really quite the metaphor for me lately, applying to everything. So it's that when you first pull that ball back, and just imagine that ball is like, oh yeah, I'm going to hit that. Okay. And then it's a rush, and then it's just going. So there may be a plan, an insight right before you drop in and things start moving forward. What's on your mind in your inner landscape, your hopes, your fears, justice. Some sort of balance, maybe karmic balance, something being balanced, something being brought in. The Justice card also talks about ethics and integrity, and about how we do something, how we go about something being just as important as the things we accomplish in life, if not more so important than the things we accomplish in life and the things that we do. So this is something that's on your mind. You may be hoping for some fairness to come in, for something to feel fair, to feel balanced, to feel more balanced out. You may also be really thinking about how you go about doing something, how you go about accomplishing something. There may be there's choices to be made here. We're going into the Lovers card soon. And so there's choices, there's decisions to be made. And you may be really thinking about, like, how do I go about doing this? What's the right thing to do? What's the, also, not creating more and more karma or junk for you to work through. Not that karma is just junk, but, that should have been separated by a period, not a comma. So what kind of, we don't want to just keep creating drama and stress for ourselves going forward to work through. This is about, like, here we have, again, another sword, some sort of clarity. And this sword is going through, again, a cloud. And it's bringing this clarity of purpose, this clarity of, and that could be something that you want a clarity of purpose. You want a clarity, understanding, how things come back to bite you. And so making sure you're behaving in a way and you're doing what you need to do, and you're seeing this all in a way that's fair, and that's clear. You could also be hoping for something to get balanced out, hoping for some fairness. But in your quest for that fairness, in your quest for something to be balanced out, make sure that you're not, you need to allow fate to balance some things out, and not necessarily be tipping the scale yourself here in your favor, because that feels more fair to you. There's a sense of a concept that you're wrestling with or dealing with about fairness, honesty, clarity, and balancing things out. So you may be being tempted to put your own finger on the scale because you don't think, the price is quite right. So you're gonna, but this is talking about, watch your own behavior and make sure that if you don't think the price is right, then just walk away, instead of cheating back to make things more fair. I mean, there's a time and place for that probably, but this is something that's on your mind. You could also be worried about justice coming in for something you've done in the past, and concerned about having to pay a price for that. In your current, what's at issue here is the Seven of Pentacles. So in the upright, this would be patiently impatient. You've put in the work and now you're waiting for the fruits of your labors to come to fruition. But it's in the reverse. So the reverse can go a couple different ways. We can have either the work wasn't put in, you didn't put the work in, you didn't do the work, you haven't prepared anything, or somebody hasn't prepared anything, hasn't really done any work at all, and is sitting here, sitting back waiting for some reward for something that they didn't actually plant a seed. They didn't actually grow anything. They didn't actually farm anything or work anything or prune anything or weed anything. They're just waiting for something, their ship to come in when they did nothing to do it. That would be about this justice. You didn't do the work. Why are you waiting for the reward? But it could also be getting very impatient with something righting itself, especially with this hope for this justice card, some balance. Maybe you put in a shit ton of work. Maybe you did a bunch of work and you've been waiting a very long time. So this could be impatiently impatient. So oftentimes I read this card as impatiently patient in a way where, okay, I am waiting, I am being patient, which means that you're already not impatient, right? But this is like, I am impatient. I don't want to wait anymore. I don't want to wait for justice to come in anymore. I don't want to wait for this to be fair. I don't want to wait for the institution of justice to come in and, make this fair. I have to wait 3 months for this hearing and I need my money right now that this person stole or took. This is like just very impatient about, about work that you have put in, and waiting and waiting and waiting, possibly for this justice to come in, for the situation to right itself. So the Seven of Pentacles reverse can go two ways, either being impatient for what you know you've worked for, or somebody here is overconfident in the returns that they should be getting. They feel like they should be getting something, but they may be very overconfident in how many seeds they actually planted and how much work they actually did. They may be feeling a sense of entitlement to something they didn't actually earn or isn't actually theirs. So there could be this sense of entitlement going on here that's causing part of this situation and the issue. In your environment, you have the Lovers card. So you have an opportunity here to make a choice and a decision. There's something in your environment that's presenting you with a decision, some sort of decision to follow your heart or decision to do what you're supposed to do. And this is that choice. So many of these cards, what I find amazing about tarot is a lot of these cards deal with different angles on that decision, different aspects of that choice of doing. So the Lovers here present of doing what of choosing to live a life that resonates with you, and that is your path and your what you're here to do and your specific gifts and is very specific to you, or doing something, making a choice that's the more conventional choice, or the choice that you're supposed to do, or the choice that makes sense and is more logical and easily explainable. So the Lovers asks us, are we moving towards something that makes us feel good, something that we love, something that makes us feel better, ideas, concepts, ways of living, jobs, other people that bring us to life and make us feel good? Or are we going to continue doing, that which seems more obvious, seems more clear, that, okay, this job is going to make me money. Is it going to make me happy? No. Well, one of the secrets can be like, the more you enjoy your job, the better you are at it. So a job that technically makes more money, you may be shit at it and may end up getting fired because it's not actually something that you're good at or something that you actually wanted, and people will sense that, right? So in your environment, there's something here asking you to make a choice, asking you to make a decision. Are you going to fuel your forward motion through life through, the diesel of love, or through the gasoline of avoiding, or the gasoline of safety, or the gasoline of predictability? So it's just that, two different, I guess you'd kind of ruin your motor if you use the wrong one, which is not that far off this metaphor either. But it is asking you what kind of gas, like you're going to go fill your tank. I see a motorboat here, and there's a motor on the end, and you're asking yourself, what kind of gas? Do I want love gas, or do I want safety gas? Do I want, and hopefully those aren't always butting heads as the opposite, as two choices. But in this situation, we're looking at a choice being presented to you in your environment. And your to-do list is 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is about success, emotional success, feeling good. I think this is asking you to go with what feels good. Go with, she's displaying her like trophies of emotion and love here. Like they're, $100 bills are like, whew, I don't know, the image of people, displaying their money and being very excited about it. I did that once with $1 bills. It was very exciting. And so this is about displaying, enjoying the successes, emotional fulfillment. And there's a sense of being proud of who you are, being proud of the growth that you've experienced in life, and being proud of your emotional maturity, proud of the ways in which you've grown and developed. So there's a sense in the 9 of Cups of being proud of, emotionally proud, having succeeded and being proud of your successes so far. So that's what I would say your to-do list is, or looking for opportunities, is to go towards what you love, go towards what makes you feel emotionally satisfied, and be proud of how far you've come. Confidence is your key to success. This 9 of Cups, I see nothing but confidence here. Like, I have accomplished all of these things. I have all of these healthy relationships and healthy boundaries and healthy, I am very successful and I feel really good, and being proud of how good you feel and being confident in how good you feel. And I think that this is some sort of key here to having this situation move forward, is feeling confident, feeling good about yourself, about what you've accomplished and what you've achieved in your life, and allowing yourself to look back and feel good about how far you've come and what you've been able to accomplish, and your own sense of emotional security, and really embracing a sense of emotional security. I feel like with this Lover's Choice, this is definitely, with the answer being this Nine of Cups, this is about embracing and the choices that make us feel alive, make us feel good, make us feel alive, and those accomplishments that come with that feeling of being alive. What kind of gas? This is saying choose the emotionally satisfying gas and be proud of your choice. Be proud of your choice, because what we have coming up here is Hanged Man. We have a stalled energy. So we have all this fast moving energy, and now we've got this stalled energy. There's almost like a shoot first, ask questions later. Be happy with where you're at right now, because you're going to be here for a little bit. This is a stalled energy. The Hanged Man is you're hanging out here for a while. You got to rethink some things. The blood goes to the head while this zipper's jammed. You got to thinking about how to move forward, thinking about the next steps. So there's this fast moving energy, realizations, understanding, some impatience. But see, so if this is stopped, if this is stalled, and the results you're waiting for basically either are not coming or are not coming very soon at all, and you're going to go through several seasons sitting on top of this tree waiting for the fruits of your labors. This is like saying, be happy with where you're at, be happy with what you have accomplished, choose those things that are going to bring you the most happiness, choose the things that are going to make your heart soar and are going to make you feel proud of who you are. And then where you're going is a possible stall. A little bit of a stalled energy coming up after some fast moving energy. But if you're stalled at being happy with who you are and where you are, it's going to make this energy a lot easier and a lot better to handle. Like if you have to be stuck someplace, like for a couple hours while your tires get fixed, maybe you want to be stuck in a nice little cozy cafe instead of the tire store, which smells and is loud. So, pick where you want to get stuck here, because, and so I would choose definitely being stuck in happiness, being stuck in joy. If things aren't going to move forward very quickly in the future, if you're possibly heading into some stalled energy, make sure that you're a place where you love and that you're happy. If you're going to be there for a while, make sure you love it. Oh, here we go. Love your body and live your dreams. I want you to experience all that life has to offer. I want you to see your dreams coming alive in the world. When you love the sacred soul of your body as I love you, then you will manifest all that is divinely meant for you and thrive. All right. So I hope that is helpful for you. Thank you so much for your likes, subscribes, and comments, and have a great week.